Say, we're live. Yes. Yes, we're live, baby. Nice. Everything's looking fun on the tube. What's up, Bean? Happy affiliate anniversary. Is that what today is? Wow. Thank you. Wow. Thank you. What's up, Oath? What's up, Vic? What's up, Salty? What's up, Nighty? How you guys doing? Bean, I saw you're already level 10. Jeez. Impressive, impressive. Impressive, impressive. The light is with us, brothers. My friend! Hey, Oath coming in with a tier 1! Thank you. Thank you. About to do SFK. Happy I made it to the 25 BFD. Nice. Yes, we're doing BFD today, chat. Today, 'tis shall be done. Oath, what spec are you? You healer or you DPS? Cheers. DPS? You said you were fire, right? Or were you frost? Got my first Tiger's Eye and at 6, and now I'm back to the Mastering Kobolds for my second. Oh, nice, man. I need to get my second one today as well for my tune. I just want to do my dungeons. I want to do RFK, Skull and Monsters Day Graveyard. But I'm doing this after I do SFK, after I do BFD.
I supply only the finest goods. Careful.
TBC getting a little stale? Yeah, man, it's that TBC BBC. No PvP, only PvE PPC. What's some of the invites going on for BFD? We're getting the groups together around 7 to 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern. I need 3 healers. I need 2 tanks. And we will need 3 DPS. Or 3 DPS, because one's me and the other one's mean. Your prop? Beautiful. Yeah, we'll be doing a raid between 25 and 35. So if you're between these levels, there's a chance you'll get an invite to the raid. Confirmed spots, I'm going to need a Feral. I'm going to need myself, which is a Ret. Beans going. I'm going to need a Mage would be pretty cool. DPS, that'll be Oath. And then 1 extra DPS. 2 tanks. One's got to be a caster, so that'll probably be Arc as the paladin prop pally. A second tank, whatever fucking spec. Then 3 healers. People who are actually healers. And tanks who are actually tanks. And DPS who are actually DPS. This is what we need. Like people who have been spec'd and gearing up for those specific roles. Then he's almost level 40 already. What a Chad. What do I do first? Let's just do Willy Cows first. What's Neo doing, my friend? Oh, he was... Nope, he's still there. Slash who Neo. He's in Duskwood. Must have been a long ass loading screen. I don't know. I'll date it. We got 3 peeps. 3 plebs, if you will. Well, chat, today's the day. I'm getting my belt from Wailing Caverns. Then I'm getting my ring from SFK. We need to believe. Once we get this done, the axe dropping from RFK would be best case scenario. This is the biggest upgrade we need for the day. What's up, Cyclone? Happy affiliate anniversary. Thank you, man. Been debating on what class to make as an alt. Any ideas? Well, there's a couple of strategies you can go down if you're doing hardcore. One, make an alt that's the same character you're leveling up right now. You know, a backup for your character, because your character will eventually die. So when he dies, at least you have your backup character you can just jump onto. This will allow you to remember, you know, everything's fresh in your mind when you die. So, you know, you remember what's, you know, what paths you'll take, you remember what gear you're going for and all this stuff. So leveling up an alt that's exactly the same would make your next journey easier and easier and easier every time you do it. It's easier to learn from your mistakes because you could answer the same problems you faced before, but this time on the same character, rather than going to a different character and then going into the same situation and then you fuck up a different way. You know what I'm saying? So, like, to keep track of the mistakes that you make, it's probably easier to just go again and again and again on the same class. But that can be draining to some people. So you could also just go down the path of just making a new character, and at this point, just make what you like. You know what I'm saying? If I just play whatever seems coolest, as long as you're having fun. That's all that really matters. Just, play your characters, no rush. If you want to pick we need tanks and healers, of course. So if you're interested in these type of roles, we got a spot for you, of course. But any class, any spec, if you want to play, just play it. But if you're trying to min-max, the best thing would probably be picking a character and class and spec and sticking to it. And every time you die, brush it off your shoulders and just learn from your mistakes. And then every time you get better and better and better at that class. You're under dense different strategies. You'll start getting better and better. Instead of confusing yourself with different alt classes with different abilities and different ways to survive a scenario. I only play Paladin. But I'll go between Prot, Ret, Holy, so I don't burn myself out too quick. Because it does suck. The one thing that really sucks is that when you die on a main character and you're doing a lot of damage and you have your abilities or whatever, and then you go to that same class, same spec, to a weaker form, it's 100% noticeable, the damage difference. I go from doing huge twists to baby twists, right? It's very noticeable. So you could, obscure this or, help the situation better by just making the same class but a different spec. That way you have still a general idea and you still remember exactly what abilities your class has, but this time you just go for a slightly different gear or play a slightly different build. And it'll still be exciting. But that's only if what's your main. You know what I'm saying? I'm a paladin. I would not have the same fun doing that on a warrior even. Right? I would not have that same fun doing it on a priest. Leveling up a priest 3 times, leveling up a warrior 3 times, leveling up a rogue 3 times, leveling up a hunter 3 times. They're just not me. Right? Paladin, I can level it again and again and again and again and again, and it doesn't bother me. Because it's it's my class. But you just gotta really find what you fuck with. But when I first started playing the game, I used to play every class. I was a class hopper. Like, I didn't get my first character 85 until Cataclysm. But before then, I was just bouncing from class to class to class to class to class, constantly just leveling them all up to 85. My Paladin was my first one, and then I got all my heirlooms for all my alt characters, and then that's when I got all my characters to 85 in Cataclysm. But it was at this point is when I realized, you know what, I just want to main my Pally, and then my DK and my Warrior. And then I eventually dropped my Warrior. I think like the next expansion, I dropped my Warrior. And then I just focused on my DK, or sorry, my Pally and my DK. There was a point, I want to say it was Legion, is when I was actually a DK main. And then for that expansion, and then I went back to Pally. Yeah, just pick any class you'd like. You know, as long as you're just having fun. That's all it really comes down to. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. Time flies, huh? What classes were you stuck between, Macwell? Feral is the correct answer, I believe. True. Very needed. Very strong, very bigly, if you will. Plus, people can just call you over like, pss, 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 pss. It's very nice. Yes, yes, of course, of course. You got catnip on this bitch? Yes, of course, yes. Like, literally, there's catnip in here for ferals and SoD. By the light, we shall not falter. Have faith, brother. And we'll guide. Currently playing Shotgun, but debating on the Rogue, Mage, or Hunter next. Currently playing Shotgun, but debating on Rogue, Mage, or Healer next. So if you're playing Shotgun, you know, I imagine that's you're like just straight up DPS you're doing at this point, because you might have been a healer at one point. And if you're a healer, mage healing, my perspective, seems pretty sick. The way you heal is by doing damage. So I was thinking about leveling up a mage healer as well. But this is after I get these three to max. So mage healing would be pretty sick. Other than that, I mean, fire would be pretty exciting, I guess. Frost doesn't really feel much difference. You know, but fire, I guess, has finally come online in Season Discovery. Rogue, you got front stabbing, which is insane damage. You know, you just spam backstab and you hit your ambushes when it procs. You know, insane damage. And Hunter can't go wrong either. You know, dual wield is very strong. Two-handed is very strong. And, you know, Hunter's always been known as a class that is the easiest in hardcore because of your pet. But you could do Hunter with no pet. You know, there's a rune that you can use that increases your damage by 30% if you have no pet, which is pretty sick. A lot of hunters are doing that. Their damage is insane. So if you want to do like a safe route, you can do a hunter, dual wielding or range with a pet, or you can just do it with no pet for the big damage, but it'll be a little bit riskier, you know. But you really can't go wrong without one of those classes. I imagine you'd have a lot of fun. Yeah, the catnip is the reason I won't get a mount. How many did you buy? You said it's 50 silver each? What, are you using it all the time? Did I miss you? I'm Hunter Marks. Hunter, always PvP and WRS zone. What's up, brother? Hey, Fluxy coming in with the tier 1! Hey, thank you, my friend. Yes, thank you. I'm holy now, but going shotgun and truly in 2 levels. Nice. Personally, when I make this is well, not this one, not red paladin, but the one I'm leveling up is my holy paladin, and I'm going holy the whole way to 60. But I'm going to have a shotgun build, so I can level up in quest and all that shit. I spent at least 25 gold on catnip at this point. Holy shit, you just eating the whole bag in one sitting. Brother, you're gonna overdose on the catnip. Is that possible? I don't know. But damn, brother. Thank you, Ventus. I know I need an intervention. Jeez, brother. Jeez. You're single-handedly keeping the catnip business alive. For those that don't know, it increases your attack speed. I think it was like by 50%. Let me see. Let me pull it up exactly. Catnip. Increases your attack speed by 50% for 30 seconds on a 3-minute cooldown. Insane. Insane. Oh, and you got red wolf gloves? Well, you're using dragon chilies as well? Brother, you're sweating too much.
We are blessed.
Brother, you're sweating too much. Damn, he's addicted to the big damage. Me too, big dog. Me too. Your dance with fellow observers. We gotta do maximum sneakage. What's up, Ziyama? Come on, baby. I'm tired of doing this fucking dungeon. Give me my boat. Come on, baby. Chad, we need you to believe. Where's your head at right now? Press 1, you're a believer. Press 2, you're a doubter. Let me just see. Thank you, Cheeseburger. Saru, come on, man. Why are you doing this to me? Saru, why are you doing this to me? Unbelievable. These individuals consumed by darkness. You know what? You deserve a timeout for typing that too. Yeah, timed out for 1 second. I hope you're proud of yourself, you son of a bitch. Yeah, think about your actions and what you've done. Yeah, you son of a bitch. Unbelievable. Rainier. I must go smoke a bowl to rebuff my drop rate. Yes, of course, of course. Cheers, brother. Cheers. Nice. Always a believer, my friend. Yes. Yes, we must. I'm a realist. It's the real world, my G. Also, I feel so if it drops, then you'll take back your words and you'll become a believer because this is the real world and the real world it drops. Right? Surely, after today, when you witness the light's blessing, you will no longer be consumed by darkness. Surely. You're outside at the moment? Doing a little bit of an errand day. What's up, glass full? I believe enough for making up for Z not believing. Yes. Yes. Unbelievable. This guy. But thank you, brother. It will drop. It will drop. If the light wills it, Jade. If not, we're coming back again tomorrow. If I survive BFD today, of course. Chad, 3 healers, 2 tanks. I need tonight. So if this is you, big dog, I need you to be between level 25 and 35. And we're doing the shenanigans. Jeez, Zaba coming with the dab check. I gotta repack it. It's empty right now. I just did last it. Let me kill this boss first. It needs to be done. It needs to be done. Nice, we're able to dodge everything the whole time. Alright, let's see it. Come on. Come on, let's see it. You know what? Fuck you, the doubters. It didn't drop because of you, you son of a bitch. Unbelievable. Yeah, fuck you. Yes, yes, yes. The real world, my ass. Fuck you. Unbelievable. You better believe for SFK. You better stop being a negative Nancy. Okay, you need to start believing because it's dropping an SFK. By the light it is. Unbelievable. The nerve of some people. Unbelievable. That was going on, young blood. Figured I'd check in on my way back to the building. That's chilling, man. About to log in, do some shenanigans, perhaps?
Well met.
That's okay. Believe, Chad, believe. But listen, I'm very excited. Today we're doing another BFD. I lost my 37 the raid before last time's BFD. And last BFD we lost 4 people. But today, Chet, let it be so that nobody dies. Please, you must do your best to keep your HP above 0, man. Press your buttons. Stand your ground. Lock in. We'll be fine. But I'm very excited because today we're getting the big juice. I can sense it. The sword's gonna drop if the axe does. The sword's gonna drop. We're gonna get hella juice. I'm gonna get a helmet. Well, we got a helmet. You know, but I'm gonna get a neck piece. Surely. Trinket in the end will be ours. Surely. We need to believe. I've lost every roll so far for the trinket. But one day I will get it. Yes, yes. By the light I will. Have faith. I see you back in the movies to tune in for the BFD. What movie are you gonna watch? Statistically, you have a better chance at SFK shaking 8-ball. Wow. Outcome does not look positive for SFK. Wow. Oh, damn it. I don't want to buy it. It scanned me. Wait, shake. Wait, I can shake it? Shake 8-ball. Type your question here. Will the ring drop in SFK? Without a doubt. By the light! Yes, of course, of course. My friend, your 8-ball is broken. It's broken. Look, it clearly says it will drop. Yes, of course, of course. Have faith, brothers. Yes, yes. Kids want to see Toy Story 5? Then there's Toy Story 5 out now. Wow. Wow. We just got someone to join the challenge. Do you have the add-on? Hello, friends. Rooster, please install the SoD HARDCORE add-on. My friend. My friend. So he's now on the loading screen because he typed. He said, hello, Franz. But he doesn't have the add-on. I'm old enough to remember buying the actual 8-ball back in the 80s. That was the juice. Did that fix it? Yes, double check to make sure you're valid. No add-on, my friend? Yes. Yes. That's fine. No, Adam, my friend? Well, he does it. He has it on now. Yeah, we just had to double check. Oh. McFrosty, my friend. Slash was... Oh, he just died. I see, I see. It wasn't populating here. My death log's not showing it. What level was you? Level 9. What? I don't see him in the death log at all. Huh. I don't understand. I could have sworn he had the add-on, because it said he was invalid, so that means he has the add-on. Can I get a guild invite? /UHC. Yes, of course, of course. See if he's following the rules. Oh, that's okay. We're going this way. That's going to be Big Kid Whopper tonight? Yes, I'm getting my Whopper tonight. So I'm ending stream at about like 10 o'clock or so. Yeah, I'm very excited. I haven't had it in a minute. Maybe the add-on doesn't announce the deaths if they are at that point invalid. Well, it should announce it if they die, but maybe he was invalid before he died. How many of us dying to the Murloc March in BFD? Nobody. If you use your legs, Charlie, you just gotta dodge. Haven't you seen the movie? Haven't you seen the movie where they dodge shit? You know, if you could dodge a wrench, you could dodge a ball. Thank you, Zercules. Oh. Time to awful inventory and buy some bags. Yes. I usually just buy bags as I go. Like every 5 silver I get, I can scrape together a buy bag. It's an investment. Yeah, it truly is. Truly is an investment. Oh, I gotta do promotions. Wow. Wow, look at the gamers. Congrats on your promotions, my friends. Was anybody 50? No. Knights at 40? Beautiful. I usually do it as I go, but I'm in the mines again in that last tiger's eye.
The light shines on us.
Ah! Mandalorian coming in with that 5 gifted? My friend! Jeez. Incredible entrance. Jeez. Jeez. Thank you, man. Congrats. Thank you, brother. Yeah, I didn't even know today was my anniversary. You know what I'm saying? But it is. Wow. I'll probably forget again next year. Wow. You know, I'll be happy the day I become a partner. I've been trying to become a partner for a long ass time now. But we'll get the shit. Have faith. My XP turned off till we conquer Nomer. Nice. And by the light, it'll be done. Yes, of course, of course. Uh-huh. Oh, it's so nice seeing people play the game now. You see that? You see that? Brother, there's people playing SoD. It has made a come up. Yes. Many have returneth. It's nice. Chat, after this, I'm doing my RFK. So, if you're down for that, prepare thyself. I need to go in there, preferably people who don't need anything, if that'd be pretty sick as well, because I just want to kill the boss. Actually, we got decent XP from killing the whole RFK, right? It's not a low-level dungeon, so we could just do a full clear of RFK. Yeah, that's chilling. Hey, it's pretty sure they're 30, 32, 31. What level is RFK? 30s. Or high 20s. I'll be on SoD HARDCORE. I have to get my croissant staff on my horde guy. Nice. A croissant? A croissant. A croissant. Croissant. Yes, yes, of course, of course. Alright. You do a little sleeping bag outside. I'll sleep with myself. You know, maybe the horde or some people here will keep me nice and warm. Oh. He was getting his ass beat. Wait, is the mage still going to cast him right there? Oh, he's running back. What staff? A croissant? A croissant. A crescent. A croissant. Sleeping bag. You guys wouldn't mind if I sleep right here on the bridge, would you? Nice. Wow, look at all the peeps. There was no horde in this server a few weeks ago. A couple weeks ago. Ha ha, croissant. Okay. Alrighty. Before we go in. Oh, nice. You got the chest piece? Ooh, that's big. That's big. I didn't think this world would be so full of war and crafting. Huh? Is that why it's called World of Warcraft? NA? Wow. Wow. Big brain, big brain. He's gonna break out of the Matrix, hey, surely. Oh. Thought I got summoned for a second. I was like, wait, what? How? It's so nice I can use the gates from these demons. You should beware of the living. What? Beware of the living? No, that's just shit that they lie to themselves to. Time we doing the BFD? 7 or 8 p.m. Eastern is when I'll get the groups together. Or that stole my walk and now I can't make chicken and rice? Time to go to war? True. These orcs stole it and now they're trying to use it like a hat. They don't even know. These foul beasts don't even understand. Oh, Oath is here. Hello, my friend. Hey, you want to take part of my sleeping bag? I'm good. Oh, okay. I'll go fuck myself. No, it's fine. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I will never offer my sleeping bag again. Nah, these demons, these gnomes, they can't be trusted. You're fucking yourself in the bag arc? Nani! Oh, we just lost somebody. Brother, no! Brother, no! Last words are off of Rib Chaser? What? I bubbled. Were you using... Shit. Oh my god, I can't even... Malleable protection rune? Almost walked off. No. So what, did the bubble... It just broke earlier or something? We're doing the stockades, they just need a DPS. They need 1 DPS. Cheers. What's up, Mark? Just got up. Just juiced up Oath with the Ruse of Arugel. Ready to raid? Nice. We will have our raid tonight at 7 or 8 p.m. Eastern. I'll start getting the groups together. But for now, I gotta get the juice myself. Okay. Where's my damage? There it is. Ooh, green sword. Nice. Nani? Yes, yes. The biggest upgrade we're getting today, though, will be our X. You know, this ring that we're getting, honestly, it's not that big of an upgrade. It's just for the drippage. It really is. I'm saying getting another blue ring, that means more blue gear, that means more drip, that means pog. I'm stuck. I got 1 extra strength. Wow, 1 extra? Yes, 1 extra strength. And that's it. But the X, that'll be our biggest damage increase. That'll definitely help us with tonight's raid. But I'm hoping I don't pull aggro. I mean, we were doing dungeons with Arc yesterday. ARC Arclight. And he was holding aggro pretty well. That was without salve as well. So it should be fun. Oh. Okay. Oh, we break his ass out. Come. Come, my friend, come. Oh, I gotta talk to him first. My bad, for real, for real. Come, my friend. Yes, come. Come on, Gramps. He's not gonna pull those guys back there, right? You wouldn't pull them, would you? Oh, nice. Zaba's level 40. Raz, brother. That's another. Okay. We sneak past. Maximum sneakage. We're like a ruse right now. Shit. I tried, I really did. Nice. Oh, what the fuck? Brother, no. Where'd you come from? Okay. This boss could get spicy if I let it, but we're just not gonna let it get spicy, you heard? Big twist. Big twist. No twist. That's fine, we beat his ass. Alrighty. This is the first one we gotta get through. Can I just run past him? I could, can't I? Parkour? Parkour? Wow, would you look at that? Parkour? Can I sneak past these guys? What if I just ran? Oh, okay. Pog. Ready for this arc? Oh, wow. You got the juice on you. Wow. You'll be pressing your buttons tonight. I like it, I like that. Impressive. Yeah, that's stacked right there. That's stacked. Oh, we did it? Paul, come here, it. Yes, let's see it. Chat, believe. Chat, believe. A twist? No twist. Come on, Bobby. Let me see some twists. No twists? That's fine. He dies all the way. Chat, what the fuck is this? Magic 8 Ball lied to you? It did. It was broken. Your 8 Ball is broken? Well, look at here, Sedu. I bet you're proud of yourself, huh? You stuck around that whole time to see if your 8 Ball was real or not, you son of a bitch? I bet you're proud of yourself, huh? Nah, brother. I didn't even want the ring. Joke's on you. You think I wanted that shit? Brother, it's dog shit. Who needs that ring? Poo-poo tier. Yes, yes. Even without it, we're going to be doing big twists, big damage, big numbers. Surely. Yes, yes. Even with your doubting head ass. You know, the ring didn't drop. The belt didn't drop. But you know what is dropping? The axe. We need to believe. We need to believe. And it didn't drop because there was too many doubters. Chat, stop being a doubting son of a bitch, please. Yo, Austin Tyler. That's the phone, man. Are you right? Wow, look at the people. Reported. Oh. He said reported, and his guild is called No Karens. What happened? Are they going to need to speak to their manager? I don't know.
King's honor, friend.
My friend? What are you trying to do? You trying to load up music? Bitch, I don't even play. You think that works? But that's a command that's just there. But it don't do nothing. Okay. I started my light of balloon, right? Okay, good. The goal is to not accidentally use it. My last 2 characters, I accidentally used it on 2 different keybinds. But not today. See? Not today. It ain't gonna happen. Oh, I need my group for RFK. So let us start up a campfire. H, L of G, Dungeon, SFK, need, not SFK, RFK, need, tank, DPS, healer. Oh, he said it. Ora, it is ora, Well, we already have a DPS. We have Neo and myself. Is there a Feral all-in so I got Wild Strikes? Oh god, I don't think there is. Wait. Well, let me ask them. If Forrest is not a Feral, oh, he is a Feral. You down for RFK? I need them Wild Strikes. My friend. My friend. Uh-oh. At the moment, but how about an all little buddy that's in event oars? Alright, we'll go with the Warlock. Alright, so we just need a tank and a healer. You know what, Discord tonight? I'm gonna run Discord. Yes. And I'm probably going to have the audio so that I can't hear anything so I don't get distracted. But I'll be in the Discord so you guys can hear the call outs and stuff. And you guys can talk amongst yourselves. Yes, of course. Welcome, my friend. Anyone else doing the challenge? No. Yes. Chad, I need a tank. I need a healer for RFK. I need tankers. Any healers? My friend. We need people who press their buttons. Full or just need weapon? Y'all need full clear? Question mark? Don't matter. Whatever. We can go straight to the axe then. If Knight wants to come in on his 40. There's no other healers. I just need lady. You need who? Lady who? Yeah, we're doing RFK. Oh, you still about RFD? Yeah, we're doing RFK. Okay, bet. So we'll just do to the X boss. Okay. Oh, the Zaba, my friend. Zaba, you want to tag along? Give me your wild strikes. Hey! We ride! I'll just tank with wild strikes and Wind Fury totem. Or Righteous Fury. Be safe, my friends. Come, brother. Prepare yourselves. For today, the axe drops. We will have maximum Dabaruskis along the way to prepare ourselves and make sure that we are properly buffed for the juice. Look at this. Some of you aren't even ready for the damage that we're about to witness. Big numbers are about to happen. Yes, yes. Shall be done. Come, Zaba. Let us ride. It's time for big damage.
What can I do?
Okay, where we going? Booty Bay. Wow. I tried to look up the stolen lyrics. Turns out they're gibberish. The composer wanted just Latin S sounds. Oh yes, it is. Yeah, it is just gibberish. Like they weren't speaking an actual language. But some people think, can just guess what they're saying, and there's like an egg and cheese sandwich song or something like that. Or cheese on bread or some shit, cheese on toast. He got them wild strikes? Yeah, he got them wild strikes. Cheers. Nice. Chad, if you would like to join us on the hardcore shenanigans and you would like to participate in the journey, make a character with HC in the name, whether it's the front or the end of your name, on the Wildgrowth NA server, not the EU server. There's no other hardcore guild right now. On either of these servers, there's no Horde guild as well, but eventually there'll be a Horde guild. By the way, make a character on the Alliance and then download the SoD HARDCORE add-on if you're trying to participate in the challenge. Basically, it's like self-found. You can't trade anybody, you can't use the auction house, you can't mail. But once you get to level 60, you'll be able to trade other people in the guild who are also level 60. You have to turn off your XP buff, the one that gives you 150% and all that stuff. You need to turn it off by level 10. But once you get to level 60, you'll be able to unlock this buff permanently for all of your alt characters. So you'll be able to level up your alts very fast. Petri is banned. Bubble Heart is obviously banned. World buffs will be automatically removed if it's not within your bracket. Like your leveling bracket. And then once you get to level 60, you unlock the vendor, which sells all the world buffs. And yeah, just don't die. That's all you really gotta do. Just don't die. Just keep your HP above 0. How did I catch up to Zaba? Wasn't he ahead of me? It's been almost 30 days of us doing this challenge, and we have 470 deaths. $471. I want to see everyone else's bars on the damage meter to be tiny, little tiny bars compared to yours with them wild strikes. Is that going to happen? Probably not. But we can believe. We can believe. Surely. When's the Ragefire Chasm run? Maybe we do it tomorrow, on Sunday. You know, I imagine a lot of people would be off tomorrow. So we'll all start a character level 1. We will level up to level 10. And we'll get a raid of us. And the raid of us will go to Orgrimmar and try to survive all the way to RFC. And the goal would be to get some people in RFC, and when they get into RFC, they can fully clear it. And then it'll be pretty cool, because it'll be the first, like, if they can get this character to 60, it'll be a character that actually cleared every dungeon, including RFC from Orgrimmar. And it'll be the one of a kind, because most people don't do this on hardcore. But if we're going to level a lot of 10s, getting to level 10 will be super easy, because we have the XP buff up to level 10. So we just get to level 10 super fast. You know, like tag mobs, whatever. And then boom. Alright, I told the guild. Spread the word, Chad. I might even have to make a yo macro. Let's do... RFC. Uh, 6/27. I'm gonna save it as I go. On Sunday, 6/27, we will be doing a hardcore run towards RFC in Orgrimmar. If you wish to join the raid of level 10s, making our journey together, please download SoD. Fuck! My flare! My flare! Oh, thank God. Please download SoD HARDCORE on CurseForge. Nice. And then I'll just put that over here. Yes, there it is. Should do a level 10 raid, Dead Mines Hardcore. I feel like that'd be pretty easy. Well, the goal of this is we're getting as many level 10s as possible, and we're all running through Orgrimmar, so many will die from the guards or players that are trying to grief us or whatever, but some of us will survive, and the goal would be for them to clear RFC. And now it's going to be a challenge because there's going to be a lot of Horde now, because the Horde, the server has blew up, has blown up. Have faith, Chad. We'll survive. We need as many. Spread the word, Chad. Do some marketing, Chad. I need someone to make some macros for me. You know, in your own words. Don't copy mine. And just let them know tomorrow we're starting the RFC journey with a bunch of level 10s and hardcore. I have faith we won't get Starfall by level 60 Druid. Most of us are going to die. Okay, but the goal is to have 5 people live. Okay, if we bring in a raid of 40 level 10s, 5 of us needs to live. That's it. Which would be pretty sick. You know, there's a chance. You know, our biggest worry would be like a mage with an Arcane Torrent, or Arcane Nova, whatever. But even then, we can split the raid. We'll have group 1 through whatever the fuck, like half the raid. The first 20 people go to the left, and the other 20 people go to the right. And we'll, we'll have people go left, and people go right. And it'll be 2 groups making it to the dungeon. That way they can't kill all of us, right? If there's griefers on this side, there's a chance maybe not this side. But the goal is to get at least 5 people in. What I don't know, on PvE servers, do you auto flag in opposing faction city? Yes, on PvE servers, PvE versus environment server, World of Warcraft, entering an opposing faction cap city like Okamar will automatically flag you for PvP. We'll be fine though, right? Sir Lee? Sir Lee, we'll be fine. Wait, I'm running the wrong way. I was running towards fucking Wailing Caverns. Well, I'm going to the road now. Oh, you should do a tour for Flickering Flame and then a Kalimdor to get the rewards. Yeah, but this requires us to go into the cities, and I don't want to do that on my characters because we're gonna die. We're gonna pull the guards. The reason why we're doing the RFC. Oh. I thought this looked suspicious. Akira Gucci? It'd be progressively harder with aggressive aggro being under-geared? Yes. It can be 3 rogues and 2 druids. I don't know about that, because it's not like they're gonna not be seen. Right? Higher levels are just gonna see these low levels just fucking going in stealth. They're not gonna have the speed, so this could take them a while to get there as well. No, I think if we move together in numbers or in a line or some shit, you know, 20 people, there's gotta be 5 people that get it. At least 5. Look, you ever get notifications again? What's up with Jam Tour? Thank you, man. Not this quest arc. Ashenvale, the Barons, Dark Shore, Stone Talon. And you get increased defense, increased hit chance, or increased your chance to hit by 2. Well, you get all this just from this? You can pick one. That hit rating and that plus healing is insane. What level can I do the tour? How many years is this anniversary? No, this is Season of Discovery. Yeah, we're doing Season Discovery Hardcore. We have a specific add-on for the challenge as well. If you believe the light's strong enough, all 40 will make it safely. Well, that's not going to happen, though. You know what I'm saying? Because the light doesn't just always protect. The light teaches lessons. You know, the light tests many people. And what's the best way to test somebody if not death itself? You know, there'll always be death, brother. That's life. That's how it goes. But even in death, okay, even in the most darkest moments, you must always have faith, brother. If we have 40 and all 40 make it alive, I'll delete my priest. Well, challenge accepted. I wouldn't want to delete your priest anyways, but I want to see that. There's no way. Now with how the game's popular now, because there's a lot of horde. Like we'll be fine up to Orgrimmar, You know, though everybody will be wondering what the fuck is with all these level 10s, then some will just come watch. And then once we get to Orgrimmar is when things will get spicy. Know your affiliate anniversary? How many years is it? I don't remember the exact year that I started, but it's been around 6-7 years. Okay, it's not without the meme. Is there a way to know when I started my Twitch channel? Oh, accountage. Account age. Okay. That doesn't look like a valid username. Bitch, that's me! Well, I don't know how long it's been. If you macro / salute and spam at the guards, they will not attack. Yeah, but that's cheese. That's cheese. I don't want us to just spam salute on the guards. I want the guards to pick and choose who they want to kill. We let the light decide. Right? Does Classic Vanilla have battle pets? They do not know. No, that's a retail thing. Yeah, that's like Pokemon, brother. This ain't Pokemon, this is Warcraft. Brother, we can't be playing Pokemon when we're literally crafting war all the time. So 2 quests, 1 for Eastern Kingdoms in the calendar. Whatever level you feel comfortable doing it. Well, you can do whatever you feel comfortable. So what does that mean? Like you can do a level 1? What's comfortable? Like, does it to be level 1 or 60? Because I'm comfortable at 60. I don't know how comfortable I'll be level 1. Why SoD Hardcore and not Classic Hardcore? Isn't it more fun? Isn't what more fun? Because you're right. Isn't it more fun? Why SoD Hardcore more than Classic Hardcore? Isn't it more fun? Yes, this is more fun. But like, why though? Well, there's multiple reasons. You know, the only thing that, in my opinion, I've been playing Classic Hardcore for years, right? When it was an add-on and when it was before it was an add-on. Okay, I've been playing it for years. I was always a warrior when I was doing my Classic Hardcore because back then there was nobody that got to 60 and warrior was known to be the hardest. So I just kept loving warrior. And, you know, it was fun having the excitement of the content never be done before, but it wasn't, it really came online and became super fun when the RP stuff came out. Because over the years, the Blizzard eventually launched a server and OnlyFans came out, which was kind of cool, whatever. But, OnlyFans, the whole thing that I disliked about hardcore, when it originally started, it was with an add-on. So it was somebody who decided to make the rules for the event. Okay, hardcore's been going on for a while. Before it was an add-on, not that long ago, to be fair. It was mainly word of mouth, people with different ideas and strategies and shit. And then Cargos or somebody else, if I'm not mistaken, made the add-on. And when they made the add-on, there were some rules in there that I wasn't a huge fan of, like the Petri thing. I was never a fan of Petri. And then it got to a point that when you get to level 60, everybody Petris, and I was always scared to be going into a raid, and I'm the only one who refuses to use Petri. So then when they make a mistake, one small mistake, I'm going to end up dying because no one's going to be there to protect me. I'm going to die by myself and I go to Elwyn Force by myself. It just felt like a disconnect, right? But good thing about, in this event right now, SoD Hardcore, Petri's banned, side note. But what really made Classic Hardcore was the community. All right, sorry I'm late. Let's go inside. Oh wait, there's only 4 of us. There's still 1 person missing? Oh, Hasaki's over there. He's on his way. Classic hardcore. It was, what really made it is the community. Acknowledge it. Most classes are boring, right? Paladin, Ret, Seal Twisting is just an auto attack Andy, and when I do Seal Twist, I run at a man incredibly fast. Priests spend their time wanding. I'm saying, and when you get to the end game, the main class of the DPS is warriors. So playing any of these other classes is pointless because for one, you're not going to get invited for specific classes, right? Unless you know people or are friendly with them, or whatever, then they can scoop you into bring you into a spot. But most people won't invite you if you're playing the wrong spec of that class. Okay, but on SoD, you can literally play whatever spec, whatever class you want. And every single one of them are viable. You can do a melee hunter. You can do backstabbing rogue that now you can front stab. You can do seal twisting ret. You could do boomy. You could do shadow priest. Like all these classes are actually viable, And classic WoW, I would argue, comparing this to Saw, because I've been playing Saw since the original release, it's just a lot more boring. I'm a classic Andy, right? I've loved Classic. I love Classic more than Retail any day. I love TBC and love Wrath, but I love SoD more than Classic and TBC and Wrath because it has all the abilities. Balancing for PvP is fucked, to be fair, but the PvE is very fun, right? My classes are very fun. I have a fucking kick. I don't have a kick till Cataclysm. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot more, things going for Season Discovery Hardcore, such as it's never been done before. Right, Classic Hardcore, every single raid has been cleared dozens of times, including killing KT and Nex. You know what I'm saying? All of it's been done. SoD Hardcore was attempted, but they failed on BFD and then they get past it. They just stopped going again. But now we have an official SoD Hardcore add-on where everyone can follow the rules together. All you do is just download it, and it prevents cheating, it prevents, shenanigans, and it's been super fun. We've only started this event. It's been almost 30 days. We got 735 in the guild, 30 online. This isn't even nowhere near peak time as well, because it usually peaks around 8 to 10. According to Twitch track, you've been active since March 2018. Jeez. How time flies. Damn, it's close to a decade now. What is that, 8 years? Wow. 7 years? I don't know. I made my YouTube first, though. Fewer players on SoD, though? Well, fewer players on SoD? In what sense? Like SoD Hardcore versus Classic Hardcore? Well, yeah, because I just started the event. But you talk about like SoD in general? I wouldn't say that's the case at all. Because most of the streamers left Classic to go do SoD events, so SoD is blowing up right now. Way more than Classic Hardcore. There's only like 1 or 2 layers on Classic Hardcore. I don't even think there's 2 layers on Classic Hardcore. But there's like, on EU, they're blowing the fuck up. Like there's multiple layers on EU. Like all the streamers went over there. But NA, a lot of people didn't want to go to EU, so now NA, Season Discovery, is also blowing up. And every day we get more and more people who join the hardcore event. It's never been done. Right? When Classic Hardcore originally launched, or was an idea, people were thought, I'll do that. You know what I'm saying? I've been playing the game for 15 years. I got that, no problem. And then they die, and they die, and they die, and then eventually they hone their craft, and it's just, eventually they start to understand how challenging it is. Okay, maybe as a warrior, I shouldn't fight my yellow mobs. I should only fight green mobs. You know what I'm saying? That way I don't die, because they eventually learn that the world is dangerous and shit. Same thing in SoD. A lot of people are going to think that it's easy. I thought it was going to be easy. Right? I've been playing hardcore for years. Okay, all of them are warriors. I stopped playing hardcore with Warcraft when my level 60 warrior died to a disconnect. I then, took a break, and then Blizzard eventually launched the official server, and this is when I was like, all right, now it's official, let me just make my ret now to get it to 60, and I have a 50 ret, the first that I ever made, and a 44 holy paladin, the second paladin ever made, and they're both still alive and well, but I'm bored of both of them. I was bored for a while on them, right? Warrior was obviously way more fun, but in Season Discovery, I thought this was going to be easy. I got Divine Storm, I got Sacred Shield, I got Divine Light, I have a kick. Crusader Strike gives me mana, Exorcism does mana, two-way Seal Twisting, plus Bubble, plus Lay on Hands. You know what I'm saying? I've died 6 times. This is my 7th Paladin, and I'm currently leveling up my 8th Paladin as well. You know what I'm saying? Within the course of the 30 days, we've had 471 deaths. You know. Like hardcore SoD, I imagine once people start playing it, they won't be going back to classic hardcore SoD. If they at least give it a genuine try. You know, if you really like it's easy, big dog, be the world first level 60, never dying, clearing all content. That'd be impressive. It'd be impressive to me. You know what I'm saying? Some people are, are impressed by other things. Like people are, professional athletes or whatever. And they flex their trophy. I don't give a shit about that because I'm not an athlete, right? But this would personally impress me. You know what I'm saying? If you were able to get all the way to 60, clearing all the content, BFD, No More Guns, Sunken Temple, then getting to 60 and not dying would be pretty impressive. But you still have MC, BWO, AQ, ZG, Nax with also updated HP and abilities and damage. And you also have, hard modes if you want to make it even more difficult. You also have the Scarlet Enclave raid. You have the Karazhan dungeon. You have the Konzu boss that you have to solo by yourself, which doesn't matter how tanky you are or how overpowered your class is. It's if you get hit one time, you die. It's never been done. That's one thing that's very exciting to me. But not only this, my class is fun. Right? I've died 6 times, but at least every time I die, I go back to a point in my class where it's still strong. Right? Every class starts off right here. At the bar of being good, right, at a standard level, and then they get stronger as they unlock their regular skills and their talents and all that shit, right? But in Classic WoW, the bar where they come online is right here, but everyone starts down here, right? No one starts off coming online. You have to really, play the game, get to 20, get to 30, sometimes get to 40 for some classes, just so they can finally come online. And what really makes the World of Warcraft game is the community, right? It's not the top 1%. If the game was designed for the top 1%, or if hardcore was only designed for the top 1%, then the game would eventually die because there's not that many people in the top 1%. But, the average player will at least be able to experience content along the way from going to 25, then 40, then 50, then 60 in Season Discovery. And it'll be fun along the way because their class starts off at a good spot. Oh, we're still waiting on one. He's almost there. I don't even have my PvP runes on. For some reason, I thought this was a warlock. Come here. Come here. He stunned me. Does he have counterspell? He does. Use a potion. This is life or death shit. Oh my god, why did I just cancel my own heal? Oh my god, crit. Oh my god, crit. Come here, Bobby. Come here, Bobby. You got no mainer. You got no mainer. Come on, let me twist. No, he froze me. Big twist. Juke him. He stunned me though.
Health warning.
Big crit again.
Health warning.
Say.
Health warning.
Good dude. My friend. Pog. Pog. Oh, they're over there. The SoD HARDCORE, I would imagine, for the, not, you know, the thing is, the sweats, for whatever reason, they want the, you know, some individuals want the game to be designed for them. But what they don't understand is that sweats sweat no matter what game it is. Okay, there are people who play fucking, you know, Pokemon Go professionally or sweat it out. People who do Mario Kart or Mario World or fucking Tetris. You know, these games are Pac-Man professionally. You know what I'm saying? People sweat no matter what it is that they do. Okay? But they shouldn't make the game designed for them because they'll always get more and more and more and more and more sweaty. You know what I'm saying? Look, you gotta, like, the game should be for the average player. Okay? Most people won't get to 60. Right? So since they will never get to 60, they'll never play the MC, the BWO, the AQ, the ZG Next, because they'll die along the way. And then when they do get to 60 in Classic Hardcore, and they die because one person in the raid made a mistake, or they didn't know how to do the raid before, or they die on the first pool, or whatever reason they die at level 60, most players say, I'm not going again. Because they spent so much time just to get to 60 to experience the raid to just die. You know, in Season Discovery, the way we're doing it, not the way we're doing it, that's a side note, but we have BFD level 25, so the average player could get to level 25 fairly quick and get ready for the raid. You know, you can die in BFD today, and then with a 3-day lockout, you can get another level 25 getting ready for the next BFD lockout that we're doing. You know, like, most players will be able to participate in the actual content, but we're also doing it so that if you don't want to do any of the challenging stuff, right, if you're just a casual player, you just want to play every day, level up little by little, you can just go straight to 60, and then when you get to 60, you will then unlock the XP buff for all of your ults. You know what I'm saying? So you'll be able to level up all your ults very quick now, which Classic Hardcore doesn't have this. You know what I'm saying? You have to always, doesn't matter how many times you die at 60 or how many times you get to 60, you will always start off at level 1, starting the grind all over again. But, you know, the pain will be less punishing in this form because once you get to 60, all of your ults will be able to benefit from this, which I feel like is pretty good. You know, it won't, you know, it's going to allow people to experience, you know, for it to be less painful when they die at 60. Because we're also, we banned Petri. So people are going to die at level 60, and we're going to probably have 20, 30, 40 man raid wipes. But when we all die together, or when most of us die together, because some might be able to get escape from a hearth if it's like a complete wipe, then we'll all go to Owen or Tudderso, whatever race there are people that, you know, groups that they end up grouping with, and then we'll go back to BFD together. We'll do another BFD raid, then Nomargon, the second temple. You know what I'm saying? Or go straight to 60. But either way, they'll be leveling up way faster now with 300% gold and everything. Which faction do you prefer when it comes to lore? When it comes to lore, I don't really know when it comes to lore. I'm not really good with lore. Second Temple is going to be rough. I'm not a fan of Second Temple, so I don't know if it's going to be rough per se with difficulty. I just wasn't a fan of it at all because the loot wasn't juice. Like, there was no juice in there. I was super excited about the, what was it called? The Tale of Aranicus. The Tale of Aranicus. This was supposed to be in SoD. It was data mined, but it was never dropped into the game, or brought into the game. They ended up giving us a weapon that looked similar to this, that knocked people off the mountain and stuff, or knocked people away. But this was supposed to be the version in at level 50, and this is the only thing I was excited about, looking at all the loot. And even this wasn't in there. So I was very disappointed with the Sunken Temple. I don't remember if it was that difficult, though. I feel like Nomargon, honestly, would be more difficult. Those Pokemon Go sweats are crazy. I mean, most of them just use location spoofing, but the small majority don't actually do travel just for Pokemon. Well, there's a lot of people that don't travel. Yeah, they just use that thing that pretends that they're in Japan or some shit while they're on their couch. Alrighty, soccer's almost here. Oh, we just lost somebody. My friend, no. My friend. The slime boss is a killer if you aren't super coordinated. The slime boss, I feel like I never really properly understood the mechanic, because I always just went into the slime cloth and let it eat me, and I would never die inside the slime cloth, and I would be able to just do maximum pumpage while it ate me. So that was the strategy before. So, but now that it's hardcore, I don't know if that's actually the strategy, because, you know, I feel like if we were just doing that, all the healers would keep us alive, because I would tell the groups, all the DPS to go into the slime, and they would all go in there and they would pump. But the healers would just keep them alive. I don't know exactly what we're doing, but I'll probably watch a video just like we're doing in all of our raids, at least the start of them, so that we can have a general idea as to what the strats might be. We just lost another one? Brother, no! Guys, please consider keeping your HP above 0. Please consider. You need to tell the mobs. His last words were, I'm going to throw up, brother. The last words should have been, not today. Now he's really going to throw up. Wait for me, Hiccup. Wait, don't kill yourself for him. Oh. That's love right there. That's love right there. He sacrificed himself. Well, I don't think he sacrificed himself. I'm pretty sure he just allowed himself to die for his boy. So they die together. Instead of one of them surviving. Again. Me next? No, please stop dying. Stop dying. Please keep your HP above 0. That's it. That's the main hardcore challenge right there. Press your buttons, use your legs. You know what I'm saying? One died and the other died with them, level 42? Yes. Yeah, that happened last night as well. Yeah, Hot died. Or sorry, Kurakami died in Scarlet Monastery. So Hot killed himself in Stoneman. But that's the hardcore challenge right there. You know. You get more emotionally attached to your character. You get more emotionally attached to the people that you meet along the way. You know, the game feels more impactful, I would say. But this is, you know, hardcore. Doesn't matter if it's classic. Doesn't matter if it's SoD. Right? That's just a natural thing because we're both games are in the classic universe, which is the only version of World of Warcraft that feels like World of Warcraft. Why do I say this? Because TBC and Wrath of Lich King, they just seem like Warcraft to me, you know, but they're not World of Warcraft because for one, they all go, each expansion, they go to their own different universe. You know what I'm saying? Not literally, but, you know, Outlands, they go to a different planet and everybody's left alone in Azeroth or whatever. And Wrath of Lich King, they go to Northrend. And again, no one hangs out in Azeroth or whatever. And the other parts of Azeroth, like Eastern Kingdoms and Kalimdor. But I feel like, you know, I feel like that's fucked. Like it's getting worse nowadays as well, especially with the level boosts, because they started off with a lot of level, you know, with the standard level boost, and now they've discounted it, which incentivizes even more people to take the level boost, which just makes the regular leveling throughout the world just empty. You know, it just feels, you know, the world just feels empty. But in SoD and classic World of Warcraft, you know, since we're still in Azeroth, you see people, you know, everything's on the ground except for flight paths. But it's like standard flight paths that, you know, paths that they take. So you just see people living their life, you know, doing their quests, You know, going to raid, PvPing. You know. How far is he? Oh, he's right there. I imagine many people would enjoy SoD HARDCORE. And chat, if you want to give it a shot yourself, even if you think it's easy, you know, perhaps you'll be the world first, level 60, never dying, killing everything. That'd be pretty pog. But if you want to give it a shot, make a character on the Wildgrowth NA server. Download the add-on called SoD HARDCORE, and make sure you play on a character that has HC in the front to end of your name. It's more fun than I thought. That's my perspective as well. This started off with just an idea. You know, which is cool. You know, I originally thought this shit was gonna be a joke. You know, but the way we have it tailored, with like removing the cheese, so we can't trade anybody. So you can't, you know, the servers are there, they exist. So if we allow trading with the people or trading at this level, it would naturally just get inflated because cheaters will try to do their juice or whatever, and it would end up contaminating like everyone's inventory and stuff. And I also feel like it removes somewhat of the hardcore vibe when you can just give your alt characters all your gold or bags, or give them all enchants and fiery enchants and all that shit. It removes away from the emotional attachment of hardcore, right? You're not just playing the game, right? You're playing the game and you're having fun, but you're naturally attached to your character because you don't want to die. You know, you see your friend with the gear, with, you know, the juice that finally dropped in the dungeon, and it's exciting, and then they die. It's just sad, you know. But when everything you have on you is just gear that you were given by your main or by somebody else, it just removes the vibe of hardcore, or at least part of it. You know, you can only play with people within 10 levels of yourself who are in the guild to prevent boosting. Because boosting's cheese, I would say. You know, mob tagging is cheese. That's another thing that people, the sweats would do in hardcore, is when they die themselves, oftentimes people will just get mob tagged back to 60. Which is, or at least back to dungeons, and then they just get carried in dungeons and shit. But that was that's not necessarily true. That was just the old hardcore add-on, before we had one dungeon per day. Heads up, we're about to start SM Tour. We're all fresh. Not sure the add-on is still bugged. Did you all update? Oh, he's right there. It says time, brothers. Yeah, I'm updated? Okay, bet. I haven't pushed an update for SM yet. Since I died, I've been getting some progress back. Okay, bet. You know, as long as they don't leave the instance or don't do anything weird, this shouldn't be a problem. Because I've done SM Graveyard and Library and Armory, and we cleared Cathedral on that 37 before I died. And I've also cleared SM Library and Graveyard on this one, and I never got any of these notifications. So don't leave, I guess. I don't know what it is you guys did last time that caused you to get flagged. Just don't do it again. You know, it should be fun. Just go in, clear the content, leave, go to the next one, go in, clear the content. Don't reset, don't hit the reset button or any of that. Party instance mismatch, do not engage enemies. Is someone locked for SFK? Wait. Or RFK? Well, it's kind of hard to tell because I'm in RFK right now, so you automatically get locked as soon as you walk in. Let's slash reload. Type slash reload. Maybe it's just some type of visual bug. We'll see what happens. Okay, we'll go once Saki's ready. I'm gonna buff myself real quick. Let's just go. Oh, I need my Righteous Fury on. Okay. What happened? Pog. Oh, you got the ring when it exists? The ring exists? Is he's gonna vendor it? That's crazy work. That's crazy work. Okay. We're just going straight to the axe boss. Come on, I'm inching. Okay. Let's wait for the mage to get some mana. Nice, so. Alright, going in. I lost one, my friend. Okay, we keep going. Everyone's got chill mana. Yes. Yes, of course. I mentioned. But these stuns are stunning me. Come on, baby. Come here. Come here, damn it. Oh, there's a guy here. Hello. Okay. We get our mana. We'll push up. That I don't need that. I'm 1 bar from leveling. To be honest, I kind of hate this dungeon though. Okay. Go for the boss.
The light
Let's see it.
on us all.
Rain City guy coming in with the 5 gifted. Thank you, brother. Thank you, man. Look, you made the drop feel better for me. Nah, who gives a shit about that X? Thank you, big dog. I appreciate you, man. Alrighty. Y'all wanna keep going or nah? Oh, he's leaving. Okay, bet. Never mind. That's Hearth. Unless they need that boss over there. I gotta go. Movie time. Okay, bet. I'll Hearth in 20 seconds. Get this flight path if you haven't. Everyone here should be able to make that run to the flight path safely if they want to. Enjoy the movies. Happy affiliate to me, my friend. Anniversary. Thank you, brother. Alrighty. Let us Hearth. So no axe. But there's a chance that we get it tonight, the sword tonight in the BFD run. That'd be Pog. Oh, I still gotta do SM Graveyard now. We'll leave the group. I'll restart the group. SM. Mega Dungeon. Need tank, healer, and DPS. Oh, I need a wing. Graveyard. Graveyard, then library. Alrighty, that's it. Any juicers? Any juicers among us? DPS. I'll bring Oath. 2 mages would probably be pretty fine, but no Pharaoh though. And I don't want to drag Zaba. So we'll probably just go double mage. Yes, of course. And then we need a tank and a healer. Wait, oh yeah, they both DPS. I need tank and healer. There it is. Oh, Suitor Neo is pure heals. Oh, sure, Neo's pure heals. No, Neo's DPS. Is this hardcore add-on, non-hardcore server with add-ons? What? Is this hardcore on a non-hardcore server with add-ons? Yes. We've developed an add-on specifically for the Season Discovery shenanigans. So if you want to participate yourself, you got to make a character on the Wildgrowth server and download the add-on called SoD HARDCORE. You will not need any of the other hardcore add-ons. You only need this one. Alrighty. Oh, damn it, my light. You just cooperate? Thank you, Mayfide. Oh, he said it. Ora here sora irere ireru Oh, let me do this. We do a little campfire. So you can technically res again. Sure, you can technically res again, but when you res, the add-on's gonna catch it, and it will call it out in the guild, and people will laugh at you. You know, we're on a PvE server, so the way that you know people are into hardcore is if they have HC in the name, and they're part of the hardcore guild. But once they fail the mission, whether they die or break any other rule, they would just get kicked from the guild. So they'll just play around their character with HC in the name, and then people would just assume they just died and didn't want to, delete the character. You know what I'm saying? It's a badge of honor that people run around with. You know what I'm saying? And when people still play their hardcore character when it's dead, it's kind of funny. But it's still a flex though, because people will eventually know, like the hardcore guild, and as we continue to grow and shit, and as we get to Scarlet Enclave, approach level 60 with higher end gear, people will know that everybody in this guild has achieved it with no cheese. Everyone in the guild would have achieved it following the rules, and they will have the end gear that, could be properly flexed. Some individuals, many individuals get the gear from like regular, World of Warcraft, where they die again and again and again and again, but they eventually get it. But it's not as impressive anymore. But once you get the full raid gear on a character that people know that it's on a hardcore tune, it's more of a flex. Like for example, RuneScape, there are people who play Iron Man or other versions of hardcore, and it's technically on a PvE server. Right, you're playing with everybody there, and some people are doing the Iron Man challenge, some are not. But there's things that people can see that they can acknowledge. Oh, that's an Iron Man character, right? You have a buff or whatever it is. And our buff would be HC in the name, and you're part of the core. This is the only hardcore guild right now with the add-on. There's a fresh core guild right now, doing a different type of hardcore challenge. But to be honest, I don't really know if it's considered hardcore, except for the part that if you die, you delete. Because they can use all world buffs, they can trade each other, they have unlimited dungeons, they have the XP boost. So it's like a completely different version of hardcore. How many 60s you got? If we type /HOF, which is the Hall of Fame, we have 3 people who have ascended. And these 3 individuals have permanently unlocked the XP buff for all of their alt characters. So they could, if, they don't have to, they could turn it off if they want to, but they could level up with 150% extra speed and 300% extra gold. But right now, we're making our way to parking our characters for 40, so we can get ready for the Nomergon raid. We've been going at this for a month. I've lost a bunch of characters already. So the Nomergon raid has been taking a minute to get to, for sure. A lot of people just keep dying. We had a lot of people that went over 40 and decided to make their way towards 60, and a shit ton of them have died already. What's up, War Beast? This is the same server you died from getting kicked off the boat? Yes, this is the same server. Yes, Wildgrowth NA server. Make sure you put HC in the name. Download SoD HARDCORE. Even if you forget to put HC in the name, the add-on will tell you, hey, you need to have HC in the name. You do that. You press begin adventure. And then you just don't die. There'll be a little pop-up telling you to go buy your runes from the rune vendor, and it'll show you where the rune vendor is. Like, it'll just put a star over his head so you know, oh, that's the rune vendor. You buy all your runes, as you get copper. And then the goal is to just not die. You can press H and go to the dungeons, and you can see your lockouts right for the day. You can see how many dungeons you've cleared on this character. You know, some people will have a gold star next to their name on this instance, but that's because they did a world first of it. But we haven't even started yet, and it's saying Paladin Mac is locked. /reload. Type /reload. While everyone is inside. It might not even be only Scarlet Monastery, because I got the same notification when I did RFK just now. So all I did was /reload while everyone was inside, and it was fun. Nice. Alrighty. Fresh greens. Cheers, brothers. Alright, there's a chance we won't be able to do Graveyard Library just yet, because I don't think any tanks or healers are on. Cries? Nah, it'll be fun. You can give me 2 gold for spells? 2 gold for spells? Nani? Brother, just play the game. Surely. Alrighty. We may need to postpone till later. I need the juice, my friend, but there's no tank or healer. Wait, I just realized you're trying to do Scarlet Monastery Graveyard at level 26 Oath? And Library? You're not even able to hit the mobs. That's the minimum for Graveyard? Yeah, but we were gonna do Graveyard and Library. You scammed me. You scammed me. Look at it. It says Graveyard then Library. I'm sneaking like a rogue. You did, because I didn't even realize it. But it's fine. I'll be doing this later. We can get back to leveling. But I'm gonna be leveling up my alts. Hey, we haven't started the boss yet. You can come to our Graveyard Library. No, that's fine. Did you guys get flagged? Nah, that's fine. Yeah, but that's fine. Alrighty. Like, is there 41, probably 42? So that's like legit hard carrying me. I don't want that to happen. I'll just get my group. I'll set up my group later. Okay. Let's do... Okay, bet. We'll log out. I'm going to my ult. This is our holy powder. Am I holding it up right now? Barely. I don't have any juice for it. No juice this currently yet. What's in my bags? Oh, nice. Okay, bags are empty. We ready for the juice? Where was I last? Lock mode done. Alrighty. Let me fix my macros real quick. Oh. Oh. Uno más. Okay, Pog. Already right. Tomorrow, Chad. Tomorrow, we are doing our guild run to Ogrimmar. Level 10s. So we can do the RFC dungeon. Many will die. But perhaps some will live, Chad. We just need 5. So tomorrow, we'll start to level 1. Obviously, we'll be able to level up to level 10 with our XP buff, so we'll level very quick. So we get to 10, we meet in our main city, we'll meet in Stone or whatever. Because we gotta do the swim to Booty Bay. That'll be the first thing. We swim to Booty Bay, go to Ratchet, from there we run to Ogrimmar. We could go through the Horde starting zone of the Orcs. The trial, whatever the fuck it's called. But I'm pretty sure there's guards at the gate on the exit. So we can go in. So we get off the boat in Booty Bay. And there's a flight path of Ratchet. And then we just follow this road. And right there we jump across. And there's like a little, passageway. Which allows you to get into here. Right? Into the Valley of Trials. And we could go in there. And then run through them. For a flex. And then run this way. But out of the way we probably have to worry about this one. But that wasn't exactly the first thing I was talking about. There's a gate right here. On the exit. Where I'm pretty sure there's guards. So we'd probably lose some people there. So it's probably best to just get off of the boat from Booty Bay, go to Ratchet, and just run straight this way. And then just cut across. And at this point, don't die. Then we'll have to split the raid. 20 will go this way, 20 will go that way. And hopefully some people could survive, because we're going to immediately flag. We could bypass the guards. Yeah, if we spam salute, I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Some people will probably do it, but I'm not doing it, and I don't want to promote, I don't want you guys to do that cheese, you know what I'm saying? I'd rather just do the run like normal. I'm saying we let the light decide who makes it in. If you can get a level 1 Warlock with Soul Shards and 2 Clickers, we can unlock RFD. Yeah, but what's cooler, getting that there or doing the run? Plus, we could probably get the Warlock that you talked about, like do the run and get the Warlock and park them outside RFC, but they'll eventually run out of shards. You know. And then what if that warlock dies on the way to 60? Or on the way to RFC? I don't know. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe it's gonna be not as dangerous as we think it is. Maybe all the horde are gonna be like, you know what? Let's let them live. Surely they'll see a bunch of level 10s with HC in the name, representing the hardcore. Surely they'd be like, oh, they're hardcore, let's let them live. Not, oh, they're hardcore, let me kill them. Right? We could probably do a vote tomorrow or a poll to see what chat thinks, who's gonna, if we're gonna live or die. I don't know, sounds pretty horde-like to murder the Alliance. Yeah, probably true. Yeah, I think they'll see a bunch of, level 10 and they'll go zug zug, you know what I'm saying? Yes. And they'll indeed start pressing their W key. But they can't pick us all off. Right? They won't be able to pick us all off. It would be kind of funny though, just to see all the death notifications. Yes, of course. Alrighty. Cheers. Almost dropped my bowl. My bowl of cereal, chat. Yes, I almost dropped my bowl of cereal. Mm-hmm. Okay. We ride. Rat catching. We just turn that in. He's over there walking, I think.
We are blessed by the light.
Yo, Phil, though. That's a fellow, man. Ah, there he is. See, the discovery for Alliance is dead? What do you define dead?
Well met.
So if I like, what would you be satisfied with if I slash who'd, slash 60? Like, what would you be surprised if there was 50? Do you expect it to be, 20 people? What do you define as dead? If I slash who 20, 25, 30, what do you think? You have a guild? Yes. We made the Season Discovery Hardcore Guild. Yes, of course. Got a level 3. Ooh, there's a chance. There's a chance he's doing the challenge? Nani? Thank you, my friend. Hey, my friend! Quick inspection. Pog. I logged my Pharaoh on Alliance and Stoneman, and there's 5 people. Well, what server you on? Because we're on Wildgrowth NA. And, are you on EU? What are you talking about? That's clearly not the case. You're EU? You're the reason. Yeah, no shit, dummy. Yeah, because all the streamers are doing the Horde EU event. Yeah, everyone on your server, whether it's on Horde, on Wildgrowth. And everyone on Wildgrowth who didn't want to go to EU or was playing on NA, and there's a lot of people on the Alliance. Sad. Well,
What's on your mind?
I mean,
Safe travel.
you could just come to NA, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I agree. EU, hell nah. The pink shit's true. Yeah. Yeah, some would even say fuck them. Yeah, come over here, brother. Come over here to NA. Surely your ping won't be that bad. Right, come over here to the Alliance. Come hang out with us. It'll be fine.
What can I do for you?
And right now there's a SoD Fresh Experience thing with a bunch of streamers on EU. So if you're on EU, you could absolutely take advantage. You just got to play on the Horde. You know, because I don't think any of them win Alliance. The ping isn't too bad. Yeah, it'll be fine. You just log in, you press your buttons. By the light, he's been killed. Wait, who's been killed? Someone died? Death count like me or in the guild? In the guild, we're at 474. No, I don't care about the guild. My friend? My friend? Chat, he doesn't care about you? My friend? My friend? We care about you, brother. Don't allow your heart to be consumed by darkness, my friend. I care about you? I don't know. I don't know. If you cared about me, you gotta care about all of us. No way! Ziyama goes down! Wait! You went to go solo the SFK boss? Why? He went to go solo the last RFK boss. For the dagger, I imagine. Almost had him. Jeez, brother. Jeez, brother. Have faith, chat, that the light will rise them up again. $33 goes down. If he was tank rogue, he probably could have just face tanked everything, honestly. Actually, I don't know. He casts a lot of elemental shit. Oh, nice. I got my second tiger's eye. I can go craft my glasses, or my goggles. You don't even know who I am, brother? No, you're just doing mind games. Get it? Cause that's your name. I'm sorry. Alright, let's lock in. Who is you? Who is you? Here we go in. You know, my parents used to say when I was a kid and we would fall down, they would say, "Oppa, oppa," which I don't think it's an actual word. I think it's just sounds that they made. But you'll be fine. Come on, get up. You know what I'm saying? Are you making another rogue, Ziyama? Same build, or are you doing other shenanigans? People have profiles with links attached. Yeah, but do you think what do you want me to fucking click on all your shit? I don't know how any of this information helps me. Yeah, I have no idea. You think I knew? You think I knew this? Many of times, none of this matters whatsoever. Yeah, but I want to know. You're scaring me. Oh. Come on. From Geos, perhaps? Probably Guar. Nah, I doubt that. I put Guar in the dirt. You're probably right. I think that is Guar. Nani? Our literal videos of me defeating him? Yeah, but now I'm further confused because there's no one in my real life. I thought you were somebody in my real life, and there's no one in my real life even played that version of the game, let alone know who he is. So you're probably Gore. What you do? You killed your character AFK while standing there? Am I fine? Okay. No, I honestly don't think it's Gwar. I think Gwar's been in the channel for a while or some shit, but using a different alias. He's probably in the hardcore challenge right now using a different alias. Oh. I'm not playing this shit. Well, that would make sense if you were Gwar. Yeah, because Gwar's kind of dog shit at games. So this would probably be above his pay grade. Big damage? I need 3 more trucks. Am I dead? Is it? Oh, I thought it was stunning me again. I think my niece just came over. She's just being a little demon in the living room. I don't watch you for a day and I see you're trying again. No, this is just my old character. We're doing BFD tonight. My 32 ret or 33, it's about to ding, still alive. I'm just leveling up my holy paladin right now. Wait, none of these are the one I need. Oh, there's the one I need. Oh, I'm still in combat. Bro. Okay. 2 trogs. Dose. There's the one right there. And the other one. Is it just these 2? Gonna hit him from over there? Oh. I missed. That's fine, we got him. Alright, we run. Wait, is that for me? Oh? For me? Wow, thank you. I finally caught a big twist stream. What's up, Trash Boom? How you doing, man? It says time indeed. But on this character, we're not doing maximum twistages. I'm doing maximum healages, brother. It will be on this character where we decide who lives and who dies. And of course, if the light wills it, nobody will die. This is the plan. This was the plan in classic hardcore when we made the 40 for the paladin. We got his ass to 44, and by the light, no one has died in our watch, except for one guy that was standing next to me in when we were in Ashenville running around, and yeah, he died. But other than that. Is it thundering again? Hold, Jed. Hold.
How are you? Keep your feet on the ground.
Nah, I haven't heard of it. Might even take inspiration to start one. To start what? The hardcore journey? Perhaps it's time, brother. Man, you simply just gotta download the SoD HARDCORE add-on.
Hello. Safe travel. See you soon.
Nice. So, do we go back? Should we go back? I don't know. We'll be fine, right? I could go craft my goggles right now. Yeah, I think we go do that real quick. I think it's time we go get the juice. I might as well go get... I gotta kill... What, I sold the bear meat? Brother, no. Well, we'll just kill him again. It'll be fine, right? Do 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 do. And you go learn that as well. I mean, we got time because I'm not gonna use it till I go to my dungeon. Right now we're maximum DPS mode right now. Oh, spider. That's fine, we'll come back with my cool glasses or goggles. Ladies and gents, we return with quesadillas and Sprite. Oh, wow. Just plain cheese quesadillas? You got chicken in there? What kind of juice you got? A little sauce on it? You dip it in like guacamole, sour cream? But you got some chipotle sauce? Chipotle? Oh. Nice. Cheers. Beautiful. Probably do one more. Before it's cleared, we must. I need to be properly buffed. Chat, we're doing our BFD raid in like 3 to 4 hours. Prepare yourself. You gotta get to level 25 to 35. We have a lot of people who are planning on joining tonight, so it's gonna be first come, first serve. I just need specific roles. I need 2 tanks, 3 healers, and 3 DPS. Preferably one of them being a Pharaoh. And they gotta be between 25 and 35. SoD still popular? Yes. It is indeed, brother. And if you wanted to join on the hardcore challenge we've started, download the SoD HARDCORE add-on and join us on the Wildgrowth server. Do 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 do. We're working with chicken, with cheese, chicken, onions, queso, and tapatio. Tapatillo? Yes, my friend. That's the juice right there. I'd be dead more than alive in hardcore. Well, obviously, just like myself, I've died 6 times, but I have 2 characters currently alive. So yes, that's just how it happens. That's life right there. You know, in hardcore, you know, it's just like real life, right? When you die, you die. But, you know, obviously it's not real life. You know, but the thing is, if you're in life, if you're scared of death, how could you live? You know what I'm saying? That's really important to remember. You know, you can't be living your life in fear all the time. Sure, you can't do anything stupid, but you should also, you know, the goal is to just enjoy yourself along the way. You know, to just have fun in life. Right? What's the point of getting to 100 years old if you never really lived? You know what I'm saying? Instead of eating dinner and watching hardcore death videos, I suggest you watch BFD, How to Raid, and educate your team for tonight. Unless your 10-man has done it before, you know what they're doing, suggestion. Should be fun. And we cleared BFD multiple times. And so far I've been explaining the mechanics every time. And I was telling them to be careful with their positioning, but the problem was I wasn't using Discord last time. But we will be today. We had a torrent briefly on Wildgrowth. And torrents are pop. Oh, we just lost somebody. On Wildgrowth and the torrents are popping. Yeah, there's a lot of horde right now coming to NA, which is pretty sick. I think we have, who were they? There's Sony and Bazira. Yeah, they're both decided to come to horde on NA, which is pretty sick. You know, most of the NA streamers went with the EU streamers on the EU. But they're only going to be there for like a month or 2. That's what they said their event is. But if they enjoy themselves, maybe they'll come back to NA and see what the snuff is about. You know, we got plenty of time until Classic Plus comes out. As this where I forget it's hardcore and I see it's huge pulls and restart. Yeah, but that's just, you know, that's just how we learn sometimes. I've died over 50 times before hardcore was an official server. It was just an add-on. And even though it was, you know, like there was a bunch of different rules, of course, throughout the journey, whatever. But it's not, you're not supposed to like worry about the deaths. You know, you just learn from your mistakes is all you have to look forward to. Like, I just love hardcore. I'm saying, like, I'm not a PvEer, right? I have no emotional attachment, or I get incredibly bored when I'm only doing PvE. I'm a PvPer at heart. I've been PvPing since my literal day 1 playing World of Warcraft, right? But the thing I like about hardcore is the fact that it's such a long journey. And if I die one time, it's all reset. So there's still a form of flex to it, right? If I'm on regular PvE server and I'm in Orgrimmar and you see everybody in full Scarlet Enclave or whatever, you know, it's not as exciting to me because one, I already have that gear. Who gives a shit? But secondly, you know, I'll get it on this character too if I want to, just by investing time. You know, we'll wipe again and again and again and again, and we'll eventually get it. But what I like about, you know, the hardcore challenge is it's an actual flex. You know what I'm saying? Like doing the whole thing, but not dying and having the full Scarlet Enclave with, you know, the Ashbringer and having the Kalnzu glasses. Like there's things that flex, and what I like about the SoD HARDCORE thing as well is that your end game bis is, you know, a full set piece. You know, so you have maximum drip. Drip is important. You know what I'm saying? It really is. By the light it is. Do I drop this? Yeah, I think so. Drop skinning. Learn engineering. Okay. You know, I don't really. I'm bored of TBC, BBC. I'm saying I'm bored of Wrath of Lich King because the world just feels so disconnected now that everyone has flying and everyone's just doing their chores is what it is. You're saying everyone's just on the go race mentality. I need to make sure I got my best slot before this race, before I lose my lockout. It's just it blows, honestly. Like I just want to play the game. Right? I've been so frustrated with Blizzard and World of Warcraft that I felt like I was upset with World of Warcraft when it wasn't World of Warcraft. It was the Blizzard devs itself. You know, the people taking control of the game. But I love the game itself. Right? I love World of Warcraft. I love Azeroth. And you know, TBC and Wrath of Lich King just feels disconnected because it doesn't even feel like a world anymore. You know, everyone's just ignoring each other. Like you don't even see people questing anymore or doing dungeons or other stuff or going to the raids because everyone's just flying around going from point A to point B. You know, I don't have any emotional attachment to any of my characters from any version of World of Warcraft ever, except for the hardcore. You know, I have characters that I've been playing since I was a child that are on retail that I'll never touch again. You know, there are characters even on Season Discovery on my PvE servers that I'll never touch again. You know, characters that used to be on 2019 Classic that are now in fucking Miss Pandaria that I'm never going to touch again. Right? Some people are worried about, oh, if I play hardcore and I die, that's like deleting my time. The perspective of it is wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not supposed to, like, death's inevitable. You know what I'm saying? That's life. Right? You can't, you know, be worried about death and when it's going to happen and be upset when it happens because even in real life, right, even where you're currently at right now, many of us would probably be experiencing, you know, bad things in our life. But I imagine many of us could acknowledge that life in itself is beautiful, right? If we were given the opportunity and we died and were able to be reincarnated into something else, you know, that would be best. You know, many of us would take that opportunity to just res, you know, and experience life again. And that's basically the same shit with hardcore, right? It's the journey along the way. The friends that you're gonna make along the way, even if you're an introvert, you're gonna make friends along the way. This hardcore thing is awesome, but turning off Discover the Light really feels shitty in my opinion. Well, we're keeping it. Think about it like this. This is SoD HARDCORE, and there's Classic HARDCORE. Classic HARDCORE doesn't have any XP bonus. You know what I'm saying? So you can choose to play a version of the game that doesn't have any XP bonus, or you can choose to play a game that has a chance for XP bonus. You know what I'm saying? You get to level 1 to 10, and then from there you go all the way to 60. Well, from level 1 to 10 you can have your XP buff, and once you turn it off, all you have to do is play the game, because that's the hardcore challenge. I want to keep the integrity of the hardcore. You know, I want to keep the experience there and the journey and the emotional attachment to your characters without and try to limit as much cheese as possible. No getting carried, you know, no world buffs outside your bracket. You can't trade your alt gold and bags and enchanted gear. You have to play the game. So from 1 to 10, you have your XP buff. And then once you get to 60, you will automatically unlock the XP buff for all of your alts. So you won't have to turn it off anymore. You know, if you have an alt that's level 20, 30, 40, you'll be able to go back to the city and turn it back on, and you're not going to get flagged. You know, classic hardcore doesn't have this. You know, you could say it blows or whatever, but it could be worse. You know, classic hardcore doesn't have it at all. You know, the cool thing about classic hardcore versus SoD hardcore is SoD, my class, I have a buttons to press. You know, my class feels fun. When you do the Blood Moon event in SoD, I'm not going to do the Blood Moon event. There's no reason to. I'm doing hardcore. Yeah, I have no intentions in playing regular season Discovery. The percent is quite literally almost nothing, and also entirely optional. What? 3%? What's 3%? He's talking about the XP buff that you get. The XP buff is 150% XP with like 300% extra gold. Yeah, the bed is 3% XP. Yeah, but the bed is not what we're talking about. You can get, you know, if you want to do your bag quest, you can get your sleeping bag quest, get the extra XP, and, you know, do all the juice. You know, you get 8 student fodders. You turn off the XP buff for hardcore? Yes, you need to turn it off by level 10. Once again, also optional and one-time use when you use them. The student fodders, yeah. But that adds on top of it. You know, student fodders on your alt character that already has the 150% extra XP bonus would be insane leveling. Arguing for one-time use consumable that can give you, that could only get 8 of versus a permanent 150% bust is kind of a bad faith argument. Wait, what? What's going on right now? Oh, because you respond to, okay, but why let sleeping bag buffs items allowed then? Well, okay, sleeping bag is 3% overall XP. It's like a tiny boost, right? Student fodders give you 5 bars of rested XP, and you get 8 of them. But, you know, it's not necessarily the same as just having a straight up 150% extra XP bonus. Like, this beats all that. Like, you can use all your 8 student fodders all back to back to back. You know, if you waited every 30 minutes, and you would still not level anywhere near at the speed of what you would level with this, or get the gold at the level of this, because you get 300% more gold. So that's why this is turned off at level 10.
By the light.
But once you get to level 60, you just got to play the game. That's it. You know, the goal is for people to just, if you want to try hardcore, they play hardcore as it was intended. I'm saying the emotional attachment is very important. Okay, they go, they start a character, and they get a bag, and then people will start telling them if that bag is cursed or not. You know what I'm saying? Is it a cursed bag? Is it not a cursed bag? These are things that they'll learn along the way. You know, they'll get a green piece of gear that's an upgrade. You know, maybe they'll get a blue, and these things are exciting. You know, they do a dungeon, and maybe this dungeon doesn't give, you know, because you only do one dungeon per day, or one dungeon type per day, or each per day once, or once per day. But they can go into, you know, dead mines and their piece of gear doesn't drop, but then they'll go into Willing Caverns or SFK and then they get super stacked in this character. You know, like, people just naturally Like, they don't even have to think about it. Like, what I want to keep genuine is the fact that people just naturally, without even thinking about it, subconsciously getting attached to hardcore with their character, right? No cheese, right? When you're trying to get your friend to play the game and you give your friend all the gear, like you convince them to play World of Warcraft, they never played World of Warcraft before, and you give them all the gear and you go around and start killing everything for them as they go around, they'll get bored very quickly because they're not living the game from the same perspective as you did when you were a kid. No one carried your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like the good thing about the hardcore challenge is, you know, the fact that people get attached to the character. You know, they get more emotionally attached. Especially if you're playing World of Warcraft for a long time, you probably don't have that feeling of being emotionally attached for your character for a while. You know, you just do fucking raid log every day, or just spam BGs over and over and over and over and over again.
Greetings.
Making a special purchase?
You have a great day now.
You know, in regular classic hardcore, there was a problem. You know, the idea was there, wasn't entirely executed well. You know, hardcore, well, cool idea. You die, you delete your character. But, you know, for the game to be alive, you need a lot of people. And to have a lot of people, you need people from all level skills and all brackets to be interested in trying the challenge. Right? And classic hardcore is insanely punishing. To the point where it's like a game, it's a playground for the 1%. Okay, yes, some individuals will try hardcore and they're just the average player, but they're not going to get to 60. And when they do get to 60, for the time spent that they, you know, that it took them to get to 60, the one time that they die, you know, most won't go again because of how punishing it is. You know, SoD hardcore for the average player and for every player, it would just naturally feel less punishing because as soon as you get to 60, you unlock your XP buff. You know, as soon as you get to 60, you unlock the vendor that sells all the world buffs. You'll also be able to trade with other level 60s. So it keeps the genuine vibe of hardcore because you can't trade with other people, it's self-found. So it keeps a genuine vibe of you crafting your own gear and, you know, holding your own craft, becoming a professional blacksmith or engineer or whatever. And then once you get to 60, you can trade other people who are 60 who have also done the same journey, right? I just feel like if you like the if you are going to double down on the classic leveling experience, then you shouldn't allow SoD. No, I'm not doubling down on the classic leveling experience. I don't think anybody wants to double down on the classic leveling experience. Like, the classic leveling experience is shit. You know, we want to keep it the classic hardcore vibe, right? But it doesn't mean that everything needs to be punishing. What, Kovu? My friend. My friend. My friend. Let me see. Oh, shit. You know, I imagine there's a lot of people playing World of Warcraft. And they're in this weird, you know, hole or whatever in their life, a weird spot in their life, where they just log in to log in. They've been playing it for years. You know, there's no real emotional attachment. There's just, okay, today, let me just see if that mount finally drops. Or let me just see if whatever the fuck finally drops. Or let me go farm my attunement for my raid. Or let me level up my character because I need to do this, this, and that. You know, I imagine there's a lot of people that are just in a weird spot, just waiting for, you know, like either Classic Plus or some, you know, way to like spark. It's like being in a long marriage. I've never been married. Right, but we've heard the stories, like bringing along and a long ass marriage, how they're always trying to find the spark. You know what I'm saying? To bring back the connection. You know what I'm saying? They still love each other, they just need the spark. You know? And that's what I feel like a lot of people are right now. Well, they just need the spark. You know, Classic Plus would be sick if it's done correctly. But will it be? I don't fucking know. Oh, cool. Brother, it's only 4:30. I can't feed you again. Log in now. Okay, bet. The bag is minimum, but the fodder is a substantial boost. The fodder gives you 5 bars of rested experience on a 30-minute cooldown, and you get 8 of them. So you get... Calculator. You get 5 times 8, which is 40 balls of rested experience. Yeah, and it's rested experience. It's not like, you know, it's just rested experience. It's not like some increase like a standard 150% for every level, every bracket. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Let me start over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so it's 2 levels. It's 2 levels. And I'm pretty sure it's 5 bars of wrestling experience at any bracket. So if you're level 20 to 25 or 30, whatever the fuck, it's still 5 bars. Doesn't matter for 40 or 50. And most people would save the bars or the fodders to allow them to go from, you know, 55 to 60 faster, or from, you know, make the pain feel a little bit, you know, a little easier. But it's nowhere near the same as just a flat 100, not, you know, not just 100%, not double the XP, 150% XP on everything. Quests, kills, you know what I'm saying, everything. On every level, all the way to 59. Or all the way to 60, because it turns off at 60. Like, it's nowhere near the same. You have a crew for BFD today? Yeah, we're doing BFD today. So many bolts? Yeah, I need them for my training dummy. Or target dummy. I might have crafted like 10, 20 too many. Yeah, that'll be fun. Have you been doing TBC, PvP, BBC, PPC? I have not been doing... I mean, I play like sometimes a half hour to an hour. Every other day at nighttime. Or sometimes in the morning. But, no. I'm not on for much long at all. Like, I'm on longer on my raid days. Because then I have to... We're there for like 2 hours for the duration of a flask. But I'm running the wrong way entirely. Fuck. Let's run this way. Actually, no. The engineering tree is over there. Not my bank. It only gave me 2 bars arrested. I don't know. Maybe it was nerfed. You only got 2 bars arrested? That's it? You might have gone fucked. There used to be 5 bars arrested, everyone. You explain this, the difference between seal twisting on Seal Discovery and TBC, which one you like more? Well, Seal Discovery, I prefer the, not just seal twisting, my Red Paladin rotation in general. I like it more than TBC, I like it more than Wrath.
What's on your mind?
You know, it's seal twisting. Wrath Listening, there was no seal twisting. TBC, there is seal twisting. And, oh, we're not here yet. But the thing is, TBC, there's one-way twisting. One-way twisting. Well, twisting in general. So, if you know, the way Paladin works is every time you swing your weapon, you can activate a seal that lasts for like a buff for like 30 seconds or whatever. And depending on the seal you have on, it makes an ability, or it does something. Okay. So, give me a good example. If I go from Seal of Command, or Seal of Crusader, and I go into Seal of Martyrdom, you see how that instantly replaced it? But now that I'm in Seal of Martyrdom, and I go back into Seal of Crusader, you'll notice how both the buffs were up for a flat second. So keep your eyes over there, all right? At my buff spot, okay? I go into Seal of Martyrdom, it's not gonna proc, or it's gonna replace it. It's not gonna go together. You see how I instantly replaced it? And then when I go into Seal of Crusader, they're both up for a split second. So basically, as you go up to a mob and you smack them with your weapon, as soon as you hit them with your weapon, you have a 400 millisecond window before you swing to hit your other seal, so that you hit them with both your buffs at the same time. So you walk up to them and you go seal twist, and you hit them on the auto attack with both seals. That's a seal twist, right? What's happening right now is called a one-way seal twist. Right now, when we go into Seal of Crusader and we go into Seal of Martyrdom, it does not twist. But if I go from Seal of Martyrdom into Seal of Crusader, it does twist. So this is what you call one-way twisting, right? You can only twist from Seal of Martyrdom into Crusader, right? So just like TBC. So instead of Seal of Crusader, it would be, you know, Seal of Command. And Seal of Martyrdom doesn't twist the same as it does in Seal of Discovery. So you'd have to go from Seal of Command into Seal of Martyrdom, you know, just like that, and then you have to go back into Seal of Command. And then you twist into Seal of Martyrdom, and you go back into Seal of Command. And you can twist into Seal of Martyrdom, and you have to do this every swing. So a weapon swing timer is 1.5 seconds. So you need a minimum of like a 3-second weapon swing so that you can, you know, seal twist, and then you swap to your seal. But actually, in CBC, you can probably get away with faster seal twisting because you don't seal twist in every swing. Seal Discovery, you need a 3 seconds weapon speed. But that's basically one-way twisting. And in Season Discovery, there's two-way twisting. So you have... let me just pull on my bar so it's easier. This one right here. So you'll notice when you look up here, I'll press Seal of Martyrdom and then Seal of Righteous. And then every time that I press it, oh shit, it always swaps. You see that? Both of them are up. This is what you call two-way twisting. And in Season Discovery, we had two-way twisting. So which means every time you're able to swing, the rotation would be you go up to a mob, you seal twist, you Crusader Strike, you seal twist, Judgment, seal twist, Crusader Strike, seal twist, Divine Storm. That's like the end game rotation. And it's a lot more fluid, it's a lot more consistent, and it's very exciting when you land a seal twist because of the big damage, whatever. Seal of Command, or TBC, the way it works is you twist in the Seal of Martyrdom, and you can't twist back into Seal of Martyrdom, or you can't twist back from Seal of Martyrdom to Seal of Command. So you go from Seal of Command into Seal of Martyrdom for a big twist, then you auto attack. Like this would be your auto attack stage. Like your next swing will be an auto attack with Seal of Martyrdom on. So then you use Crusader Strike, then you auto attack. After you auto attack, you Judgment, and then go back into Seal of Command. Then you get ready to twist. Then you twist again. Then you auto attack. Then you Crusader Strike. You know, it's very, you know, it has a pattern, but it's a lot less comfortable as Season Discovery twisting was. Oh, I didn't learn it over yet. It's over here. You guys keeping your hardcore status once you hit 60? Well, yes, 100%. Yeah, yes, like the HC in the name is permanent. You know what I'm saying, and you have to also be in the guild. So you would need HC in the name and to be in the guild for it to be like a valid status or a valid run. And when you get to 60, as long as you haven't died or broken the rules, then yes, you will still be hardcore. You died? I did not die. So no PvP, no PvP. Nah, brother, I've been having a lot more fun playing hardcore. You know, TBC, BBC, PvP barely exists. Okay, like I have to sit there so long. I don't go around ganking everybody. Right? I'm not a ganker. I kill those who attack me, and sometimes it's one, sometimes it's two, three, four, a group of people. But I just give them the chance. You know, and
Very well, then.
it's there's like the last time at Wrath of Lich King. There's just not a lot of people that want to duel. They don't want to duel. You go outside the cities, nobody's dueling. You try to do PvP, no one's PvPing, but you'll get ganked. You know, if you're low level by level 70, I had a lot of PvP action by level 70s when I was like 63, 64. You know, I had a decent amount of clips from those as well. But it's just not, you know, the downtime makes me get sleepy. It makes me fall asleep, the downtime. And I could do BGs, but I have to sit in the main city all day. You know, I can't go anywhere. You know, I have to sit in the main city because that's the only way I can queue up. Which is stupid to me. You know, they should have given us our freedom. Allow me to queue up to BGs and arenas anywhere around the world. And then maybe I'd be enjoying PvP a lot more because I can at least, you know, find PvP in between queues. But the fact that you can only queue in the city is stupid. You know, Season of Discovery, I don't have any chances to PvP in Season of Discovery because the end game, I know exactly what it's about, and it was never balanced. They didn't focus on the PvP. Like, everyone in the end game just one-shots each other. Insane damage. Like, their only thing that they did was do, like, a band-aid fix of, like, 50% damage reduction and 40% healing reduction. And throughout the phases, they just kept playing with the number, going from 20% to 40% to 30% to 50%, then 50 was too much, and then we dropped it back down to 30. I'll craft some of these. I'm gonna feed cover real quick. Give me a second. Alrighty. Okay, let me stop at 75, go learn some juice. Copper tube. Only weak flux. So that would be 20 copper bars to get to 85. You missed a dab check by seconds? Nah, shit. I gotta pack the bullet Ruski anyways.
Hey,
Hello. Oh my god, I'm out of silver. I didn't get this far ahead. I probably just wasted all my gold buying all this useless shit. Thanks for telling us about the seals. No problem. So I guess we're fine with that.
have a great day now.
Copper modulators. That's what I need to craft. Not the copper tubes. I still have some copper bars though, right? Yeah, I still got a decent amount. I don't think I would need to craft any more bolts though. Do you roll dab check yourself? Do I roll dab check myself? Like what, like a hash hole or something? No, I don't craft my own juice. Honestly, I don't want to waste it like that. When I do my dab checks, I just do it as it is. I was playing TBC right before I saw your stream, and I am newer to World of Warcraft, so so this explains a lot. How I was looking for a spell called Big Twists for like 30 minutes. I see. Well, now you know what we're twisting. Yeah, in TBC, when you see my PvP, you'll notice I'll go from Sealer Command and I'll twist into Sealer Modern, and I'm trying to get a big twist.
Ring. Hello,
Hello?
Kavian? It's your
Yes?
good old El Pepe. I ran out of the
My friend?
lettuce.
My
Can
friend?
you bless me some, please? I could really use some dab checks. Let me know. Cheers, my friend, love, Pepe.
Yes, of course. Listen, I'll take a dab check for you, my friend. Of course. What got me in was your reels on YouTube. See, my friend. Okay, I just gotta get to 100, right? Okay. We should be able to craft the goggles now. Wait, do I have the tigers on me? Oh, I do. Okay, bet. Hey, I got that. I got the 6 leather. Which means we're getting this juice right here. Increases your critical strike chance with your holy spells by 18%. Plus, gives me a 60% healing over time whenever I crit with the heal. Yes, of course. Can you hold this for me? Okay. Now
Nice to meet you.
we get target dummy. Flying tiger goggles. There it is. Wait, I can do it right here. Yes. My friend. So now that I'm engineering and I have my glasses or my goggles, what's the plan? Because I was eventually going to pick up tailoring. But if I drop my mining, I can't continue to level my engineering. Perhaps I do enough.
Me Pepe. Please be nice to me since I've come to chat, but would you all do me a favor and be bad to Arcavian for me, love Pepe?
What? Don't please. Don't be chat. Be nice. What I could do is start, I keep my mining to get some tin ore. I craft bronze. I craft enough training or target dummies. Then I drop mining and I pick up tailoring. That might be the play. Oh, we put on a rune. Let's run to the bank, put all the juice away. We're at it again. Jeez. We're back at it again, my friend. Oh, we have somebody doing the challenge, perhaps? Oh, Oxy made a pally. Nice. Pog. Doing solo hardcore? Well, isn't that regular hardcore? Stay safe, my friend. Has Pepe been consumed by darkness? Possibly. How could he allow himself to be consumed by darkness? He can't be doing this. Okay, I need to hold on to all this. Okay. And then that as well, and then put the hammer in there, and then that. Put that ore in there. And then we just sell everything else. That's gotta be the play. Wait, I left stuff in my bank though. This. Not that. Pog! That a threat, Mr. Dwarf?
I have the finest wires in the land.
Oh, we give them everything. We don't need any of this. Probably don't need this as well. Pog! Now we go back to Loch Modan. We ride, gentlemen. I'm his base. Honestly, not a huge fan of cheaters personally. You know, I fucked with him. He was cool. But the fact that he was a cheater, I'm good. He should have considered not. Also, imagine cheating and still dying the amount, you know, that they were dying.
Well met. See you soon.
Alrighty. Cheers. He was always passive aggressive to me. That son of a bitch. Wait, huh? Base cheated? Yes, Base was caught cheating. Yes, it was a while back, actually. Like around the beginning of the events. Or not around the beginning, I'll say about a couple weeks in. We had a couple Bucky patches, and he was taking advantage of this, and would go and trade with his dead characters on a character that's still alive, and give him like all this gold and shit. And he thought in the guild chat he was defending himself, telling him that, oh, I can't believe, you know, people would even accuse me of this. I've never done this. Until there was video evidence. Like when the video evidence was presented and we were watching it on stream, he didn't have anything to say. He left the guild, and we haven't talked to him since. You know, that's sometimes the path people want to go down, you know. It was kind of funny, the video evidence. The dude was like literal 007 hitman type of, you know, Mission Impossible type of shit. Like he was spy on his ass. He was running over there, and he was in Stoneman, and he went to some weird corner down there by the river, by the bridge, you know, where no one could see him. And then he slash who'd base, saw that base, both accounts were online at the same time, and then he was trading, and then he caught them targeting each other, trading. The video evidence was funny. The fact that he was just following around Stoneman. There's eyes everywhere, Jade. Oh, it's thundering. I can hear it. Damn, it's been raining fucking almost every day this week. Oh? Do I need... Oh, I need tin. Can I craft tin? Oh, I can. Wait, my mining's almost capped out, though. I should be able to craft tin, though. Or grab tin. Bro, we need rain. Utah's burning down. Hey, imagine it's hot as fuck over there. Well, just wait till Christmas. Or not Christmas, till weather. Doesn't it just snow over there as well? Well, at least in parts of Utah, I guess. I kind of thought the auto would detect rating. Well, it does. But we just started this event. You know, we started this event less than a month ago, and Bean's the one that's doing the add-on for us. You know, my longest moderator, and it's been going through development. You know what I'm saying? And those who've been part of my community, you know, like we should be playing things with like integrity. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like who gives a fuck about what I think about your character? You know what I'm saying? Like you're lying to yourself if you're playing the game cheating. You know what I'm saying? So the first few days we're playing this with just, you know, integrity, right? And then we started to work. The add-on started to, you know, be developed, and then started to grow. And of course, there's bugs along the way. But either way, the challenge is the challenge, and the rules are the rules. So to abuse the temporarily bugged version of the patch to, you know, gain benefit, you know what I'm saying? He got his ass caught when he did it, and it nullified his run, and he had nothing to say, and he just stopped showing up to the community. Here's my lovely buddy back at Skull Rock. That's pretty hilarious that he made his choice. Yeah, he was, you know, he died a lot at Skull Rock, and he kept leveling up and fast and shit. But once we started to go to SoD or whatever, like, I don't know what he would have done in Classic Hardcore. Like, I don't know what shenanigans he was doing. It was just funny that he was, you know, he got caught cheating. So now